One radiant spring morning, the queen gave birth to a daughter more beautiful than moonlight on water. They named her Aurora, which means dawn, because her smile brought light to the entire land. To celebrate, the king held the grandest christening the kingdom had ever seen. Nobles arrived in silk and velvet, trumpets sounded from the towers, and 7 good fairies from every corner of the realm were invited to bless the baby. Golden plates gleamed, fountains flowed with sweet wine, and the great hall smelled of roses and warm bread. One by one, the fairies approached the cradle of carved ivory and pearl. The first gifted Aurora beauty so great that the sun itself would pause to look at her. The second gave her a voice sweeter than any nightingale. The third bestowed grace in every step. The fourth, kindness that would melt the hardest heart. The fifth, curiosity and wisdom. The sixth, laughter that would chase away sorrow. Just as the 7th fairy stepped forward, the sky outside darkened without warning. Thunder growled, though there wasn't a cloud. The great doors of the hall burst open with a blast of freezing wind, and green fire swirled in the air. There stood Maleficent, tall, pale, horned, cloaked in black flames, the most powerful and most feared fairy in all the world. "I see you have excellent taste in guests," she said, her voice like cracking ice. "It's a pity you forgot one." The king stammered that no slight was intended, but Maleficent only smiled a terrible smile. She raised her staff, its black orb glowing with a sickly light. "Listen well," she declared. "The princess shall indeed grow in grace and beauty, beloved by all who meet her. But on her 16th birthday, she shall prick her finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and die." The queen screamed and fainted into the king's arms. The court froze in horror, but the 7th fairy, small and gentle, stepped forward. She still had her gift to give. "I cannot break this curse entirely," she said softly, "but I can change it. Aurora will prick her finger, yes, but she will not die. She will fall into a deep sleep, a sleep that lasts 100 years if need be, and she will wake only when true love's kiss, pure and fearless, touches her lips." Maleficent laughed, a sound like breaking glass, and vanished in a storm of crows. That very night, the king ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom burned. Mountains of them were piled in the courtyard and set ablaze until the sky glowed red. So the 3 good fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, made a brave offer. They would hide Aurora, raise her themselves in secret, and give up their magic for 16 years to keep her safe. Disguised as peasant women, they took baby Aurora deep into the forest to a little cottage with a thatched roof and morning glories climbing the door. There they called her Briar Rose, and they loved her as their own. 16 peaceful years slipped by like petals on a stream. Aurora grew into a girl of breathtaking beauty, with hair like spun gold and eyes like summer sky. While she wandered singing, she met a handsome young man riding through the woods. His name was Philip, though neither knew the other's true name. They talked, laughed, and felt their hearts leap in a way they had never known. Before parting, they promised to meet again that evening at the cottage, but fate had darker plans. Far away, Maleficent's raven had finally found the princess. That same evening, a strange green light floated through the cottage window and led Aurora, as if in a dream, up a hidden staircase in an abandoned tower. There stood an old spinning wheel, its spindle glowing hypnotically. Aurora reached out and pricked her finger. She fell lifeless to the stone floor. The 3 fairies arrived just in time to catch her. Tears streaming down their faces, they carried Aurora to the highest tower of the old castle and laid her on a bed draped in velvet and roses. Not wanting the king and queen to wake and find their daughter still asleep, the fairies cast a gentle sleeping spell over the entire kingdom. Vines and thorns grew thick and wild around the castle until it vanished beneath a dark, silent forest. Then they set out to find the one person who could save her, the young man Aurora had,